for all of my music lovers out there, this is something I would really recommend because it does open your child up to a lot of different things, and they actually kind of get that hands-on experience way before they enter like elementary school or preschool. We got our son, it's a backpack that is just filled with random like instruments. It has a little ladybug, the little egg shakers, which you can make these at home. We actually made plenty of these at home. I made like 6 or 7 of them, I believe, in the really large eggs. But this one actually comes with a handful of just shakers that are egg-shaped, that are painted in different ways. One of them has a, I believe, daisy on it. Then you have this, which is your little clappers. You have your regular shakers, so your maracas. This opens you up to a lot of conversations as well, because you get to actually talk to your child about everything that they're actually interacting with and how it's working. So like this is a little bell. You wouldn't, it doesn't do anything if I just do this, but if I go, it's actually, you have to hit it on something for this one to work. You can hit them against each other, of course. And then your little tambourine. And it just goes on like that. So we have like bells that you can shake. He's got a xylophone somewhere in the bedroom. There's this little rainmaker. Which I love these things. I think they're so adorable. I want to get him a rain stick whenever he's a little bit bigger. He's got his own little, put these on your wrist or on your ankles, and they make the noise. He's got a horn. Now that actually came with a different toy, but I put it in there because, it's a musical instrument. This is for his xylophone. So this teaches you how to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on his xylophone. And you can tell he actually gets quite a lot of use out of this because he is always using it. Here's his harmonica, which he's not quite ready to use, but he tries. And his recorder, which he does actually mess with pretty heavily, just like his little horn. He also has a piano, which I would recommend if you have the extra money for it and the extra space. This is really good if you want to get your child into music early, which is what we're intending on doing. We're wanting him to do like piano lessons, guitar lessons, violin, something like that, but we're going to let him decide what he wants to do. We're just opening him up to each individual opportunity and then letting him decide from there. But a baby piano is definitely a good one. This one actually does quite a lot of things. It does your regular piano. I believe that is your saxophone and then your guitar. The yellow one's really hard to see, and then you can turn up and turn down your volume. He likes to turn it all the way up. I do not like it turned all the way up. But it does come with quite a lot of sheets of music that you can play. And there's actually more. He's just ran off with half of them, so they're somewhere else in the house since he's been playing with it today. But these are things, if you can tolerate them as a parent, and you have the mental capacity to actually deal with all of the extra noise when you're trying to do something, or when you're trying to explain something to your child, sit down with them, or if you're trying to cook or read something and they're making a lot of noise, I would not recommend these. But if you have that extra patience, you understand that these are just toys, they're going to outgrow them in a few years, they're not going to be there forever, just let them have the fun while they can. These are perfect. They will keep your kids busy for hours. They will honestly entertain them non-stop, and they will come back to them 100 times and still not be bored with them. Trust me, my son plays with these toys literally all day, every day. And I can't get upset about it because I had toys like this when I was a kid and they magically disappeared. And I'm sure we all know what that means, but This isn't about me as much as it is about him. I want him to be able to have the childhood that he deserves, which is one where he can be loud, messy, noisy. He can have fun, and he's not worried about me getting upset at him for something so simple. So like I said, if you have the patience to actually deal with these instruments, or you can put your child in a completely different room while they're playing with these toys, I would definitely recommend them. If you can't, that's perfectly fine too. These are just recommendations. So you could take them or leave them, just showing you what we've gotten for our son and what he actually really enjoys playing with out of all of his toys, because he's got quite a lot of toys. These are probably some of his favorites. So the ones that I'm actually making videos on, those are going to be the ones he is playing with all the time. And that's why I'm showing them to you guys.